Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru's Return to the Modern World, Tensura x Roshidere by Sysnax. Chapter 12. The Lord and the Lady Part 6, Ciel's Rise in Power. Ciel's POV as class ended, I quickly headed, leaving Rimuru behind, towards the faculty office. I wanted to get there first to show my interest in being a sort of leader. By being first, I would show the teacher how much I wanted this and therefore would improve his opinion of me. 2. I'm not sure whether or not there is a first-come first-serve system in this school, so going first eliminates all risks of not being able to participate in the election. People looked at me strangely as I jogged to the faculty office. Once I reached there, I knocked and opened the door. Kind of like an office I've seen from Rimuru's memories, there were rows and columns of desks in the medium-sized room. There were walkways, so there was enough space for all the teachers and staff. The space did not feel cramped at all considering all the desks there. A few teachers looked to see who knocked before going back to their respective work. My homeroom teacher saw me and signaled for me to come over. I walked over and sat down next to him. "Hello, Fisher-san," the teacher says, using my surname to make sure he was seen as an equal figure in the school. In fact, it's a rule for teachers to not be allowed to use anyone's first name, as it could be interpreted as favoritism and that would get the school into a lot of trouble. The teacher continues, "Is anything wrong? Are you having problems finding friends or anything? This school is big and we teachers are here to help." I cut him off as I wasn't experiencing any issues with the schools. "No, sensei, I don't have any problems at school. In fact, I want to become the class representative." "Oh, a new student wanting to become a representative? Well, that's all right. You're the first person here, so if no one else comes, then you're free to take the position. I will announce the results on Friday, 2 days from now." "Thank you, sensei." I stand up and bow slightly before leaving. I hope I didn't have to do anything here, as beating the people in my class other than Q's or Rimuru would be trying to slap a fly. Very annoying, and you don't get anything in return. Little did Ciel know that because she somehow still had a bit of divinity left in her, she's a god and her avatar was made by God's power, so, therefore, there's divinity in the process. She used to transfer her body and a little divinity was left inside the body. And the reality manipulation that was used to transfer both Rimuru and Ciel started to act up. Friday, Rimuru's POV. It was now Friday and a very hot day at that. The results to see who would be participating in the election would be made today, and as such Ciel, who was walking right next to me, was smiling brightly. I sensed a bit of divinity being used, but somehow Ciel didn't notice it. Plot convenience. So I don't think she knows that she's already won. Anyway, now that we both have some sort of status in the school, the next phase of my plan can go. The plan involves raising our status even more. As new students with high positions in the school hierarchy, we are bound to get a little scrutiny from the student body. As such, during the next event, which will be a debate, once the time is right, we will announce our decision to run for student council president against Yuki and Ayano, Q's and Aaliyah, and the last opponent duo Nanoa and Sayaka Taniyama. Not much was said about Nanoa's character yet, so we will have to see what happens in the future, but I do know that Sayaka has an obsession with the Q's ex-Yuki student council relationship. While Yuki was the one who instigated Aaliyah to debate with her, I hope now that I have shown what I can do, she will want to go against me by using Ciel so that she can see her abilities. I guess we must wait until Q's makes his choice on who he will support, but whatever it is, I will adapt to it and win in the end. In the classroom. The teacher enters the classroom and the whole class quiets down. "Hello everyone, today I will be announcing who will be in the class representative for this year." The whole class tenses up as they look at each other trying to find out who it was. Even Aaliyah, sitting in the back corner of the classroom, was trying to look for this person. The teacher continues, "In the end, only one person volunteered. Come up, Ciel Fisher." The teacher finishes with excitement as the whole class starts clapping, thanking whoever answered their prayers of not being the class representative. In this school, if the representative wasn't picked up now, it would have been randomly picked by the school, as the role of class representative is very important for the school. Ciel gets up under the barrage of claps. As she teaches the lectern at the front of the classroom, she starts speaking. "Hello, Class 1 to 3, I am now speaking as the class representative this year. I thank all of you for giving me this responsibility. I'm really honored to take on this role, and I promise to do my best to represent all of you at the student council. I know that each of us has different ideas, concerns, and goals, and I want to make sure that every voice in this class is heard. She pauses to let the information she just gave sink into the classroom and then continues. Let's make this year not just about getting through school, but about making real connections, learning from each other, and supporting one another. Together, we can create a positive and successful environment for everyone. Thank you again for this opportunity. I'm excited to see what we can achieve as a class. Seal ends it off with a bang at the end and the whole class erupts in claps. The class was just glad that none of them got the role they didn't want, but to get someone who was very motivated to be the class representative was a very nice bonus on the side for the rest of the class. It's safe to say that CL's social status in class has risen a considerable amount. I smile at CL's reactions as they look super cute. While Seal was a shy girl before, I tried helping her get more used to people, as she usually only has me to talk to. By going into small cafes and asking her to order for both of us, Seal built her tolerance for talking to people. As someone who's witnessed her growth from where she was at the beginning and to where she is today, I will say for someone who is known as the goddess of knowledge, the growth was phenomenal. What a way to start the day. This vacation is starting to get just a little bit fun. Chapter 13. The Lord and the Lady Part 7, Finale plus Stalking Incident. The present, Rimuru's POV previously in Chapter 7. Do you ever have those couples in school where the whole school knows that you're dating? Well, that's what happened to Rimuru and I. Let me explain. Continued from there, after being 2 weeks into my role in the student council and Seal getting elected into being the class representative, things are going well for us. After announcing our relationship to a gossip girl, our relationship spread like wildfire across the school. Before people knew of our relationship, they called me the prince due to my out-of-this-world looks. Not a narcissist, I swear. And Seal the guiding princess due to her being the class leader and also having otherworldly looks. Though funnily enough, while my looks are truly out of this world, CL's is purely biological, taking in the best features of the mother and the father. After announcing our relationship, we were known as the Lord and the Lady. This school has a strange fixation on anything noble related, calling popular girls with titles ending with princess and boys ending with prince. Being known as a power couple across the school years definitely helped grow our status considerably, which will prove useful during the student council election happening. Due to Seal walking up very early, she decided it would be nice to blast my thought communication so that I would wake up. Being in a human body, I can now feel tiredness that I couldn't feel as a spiritual being, and therefore walked to school with a headache. Seal was trying to make me feel better on the walk to school, but I just ignored her. In the end, she kissed me on the cheeks and I felt really bad to what I did. Master is still very childish, is all she said before looking at the trees. Seal and I got to class early and walked into Takeshi and Hikaru. Hello Lord and Lady, Takeshi began in a fake tone, poking fun at the title. Hello, Takeshi, Hikaru. Why are you here so early? Seal asked. Being the class rep, she wanted to make sure all her classmates were okay. Oh class rep, don't worry, we both just confidently woke up early today and decided to head to school. Hikaru says. As we walked down the hallway and near our classroom, using the sixth sense skill I kept with me on my transmigration, I felt something interesting happening. I quickly realized it was the stalking scene. I smirked, as this would be very interesting to see. Seal notices my smirk and ponders a bit before finding out the reason why I did. Greater than hey, so you want to see the thighs scene? If you want to look at thighs, just look at mine. Rimuru less than. Seal mocks over thought communication. I blush a bit and reply back. Less than, it's called the stalking scene, not the thigh scene. I'll wait until we finish high school to do that type of thing. Greater than. I reply quickly and start smirking a bit before continuing. Less than, it will be very funny to tease cues about this later at lunch. Greater than. Greater than, I agree as well. Less than, Seal replies back with a smile. You know, sometimes I think both of you have some sort of telepathy. You just stare into each other's eyes without saying anything. Maybe keep this inside the bedroom? Takeshi comments with a tinge of envy for not having a girlfriend. Hee. Sorry Takeshi, let's go to class now. As we walked up to the classroom, we saw that the classroom was empty with the curtains at the end sticking out as if someone was in there. You know, Having morning practice is actually kind of fun if I remove having to wake up early. Hikaru says, finishing his conversation with Takeshi before saying something that will shock the two people behind the curtains. Say, you guys, did you hear anything when we came into this room? There's no one here? I hear a faint eek from the curtain before replying. Nah, you must be imagining things. What about you, Seal? Also no, I do not hear anything here. Takeshi notices the curtains and quickly says. Hey guys, why don't we go get some drinks? To celebrate Seal-san's 2-week anniversary as the class representative come on Rimuru. Takeshi not so discreetly points at the curtains and then the doors while winking, but he was doing it so quickly it looked like he was having a seizure. Alright then, let's go to the vending machines. I shout, trying to get the mood up. Huh, why are we? Hikaru starts to complain but gets pushed out by Takeshi out the door with Seal and I following right behind. I chuckle a bit before leaving, making sure they can hear it. Masachika accuses Pav, what is this situation? Aaliyah sitting on the windowsill with me, being as close to her as possible to reduce the amount of volume under the curtain. In the classroom, it was just the two of us, what could possibly happen? 20 minutes ago. Phew, that takes of that. Hughes had just finished cleaning up the classroom for class. Hughes made sure to wake up early just to finish it. As Hughes admires his hard work, he thinks about Aaliyah, his cleaning partner who he thinks will be coming early, will be shocked that Hughes actually did work. Oh, and speak of the Hughes-kun, you're here pretty early. Aaliyah comes into the classroom with one of her loafers not put in properly and the stocking on the same leg being very muddy. Aaliyah holds onto the door for support. What happened, are you okay? Hughes overreacts, thinking the worst. I'm not hurt, I'm okay. Aaliyah replies to calm Hughes down. A truck splashed some water onto me while I was walking to school. I'm sorry, but could you pass me the socks and towel from my locker? Aaliyah says while walking to the end of the room and sitting on the windowsill to get more comfortable. Aaliyah takes off her dirty socks and puts her leg on the windowsill so it's not hanging over the floor. Aaliyah's bare legs left to be seen. As Hughes hands Aaliyah the towel, he starts blushing as he seems to forget that Aaliyah is extremely beautiful. Could you get the socks for me? Aaliyah asks, expecting the socks, but seeing as Hughes wasn't reacting, she decides to poke him with her foot. Getting out of his monologue, he notices Aaliyah and puts a questioning look on his face, with the blush on his face still evident. Listen, would you mind putting the socks on for me? Aaliyah says with a blush on her face. Hua. Hughes shouts. Hey, some people could see this as a reward. Plus I've been going around in one slipper and I'm tired, so help me out here. Aaliyah quickly retorts. Only for some people would this be a reward. Hughes quickly replies back. Peeved. Never mind that. Coward. Aaliyah replies back. Always acting so above all, but putting on a single sock is enough to fluster you. Aaliyah finishes, mocking Hughes in the process. Oh, you've said it. Huh, what? Aaliyah replies, confused that Hughes is actually going to put the socks on. No need to worry, I will put it on. A scary smile forms on Hughes's face.